Welcome to PlayOnSports.com's coverage of the 2012 MaxPreps Holiday Classic from Palm Desert High School in Palm Desert, California. It's the PlayOnSports.com pregame show. I'm Brian Vilvin with Valentin Escanuela, and we're about 15 minutes away from tip-off of the highly anticipated championship game of the MaxPreps Holiday Classic between National Powers Westchester and Fort Bend Travis. And Valentin, we had a chance to see both of these teams play last night, and we've got a lot of talent out there on the floor in this championship matchup.
Not only a lot of talent, Brian, but we have a lot of top recruits in the nation. The Harrison twins from Fort Bend Travis, who have committed to and signed with the University of Kentucky. So we're going to see some great talent on the floor. Not only that, but two teams that like to play good defense, aggressive on the defensive end. It'll be an exciting night tonight.
Well, that Fort Bend Travis team coming out of Richmond, Texas. Last night they trailed by 6 points late in the fourth quarter. They trailed for most of the fourth quarter, came back with a fury at the end of that game to get the victory. And the Westchester Comets, they had a 20-point first half lead, and then they were leading by double digits throughout the second half. Ended up getting caught late there in the second half, but then came back, had a little run of their own. They had a 21-3 run to start the game and a 19-3 run at the end of the game. So this Westchester team can score in bunches. They ended up winning over Harvard Westlake by 11 points. So we've seen both of these teams play from behind and have a lot of success.
We do. And, we look at these two teams, and one thing that stands out is there's a lot of senior leadership on the squads. Both teams start 4 seniors on their squads, and they know what it takes to get the job done, to get a big win. A huge game for them tonight, and let's credit MaxPreps for being able to put a tournament together that hosts some of the top perennial powers, not only in the state of California, but throughout the entire nation.
Yeah, it's been a really exciting display here of some of the best basketball players that you can see at the high school level anywhere in the country, all out here in the desert. Just really exciting time in basketball. The atmosphere last night was electric. The semifinal games, huge crowds, and then we had a three-point and slam dunk championship that was a ton of fun. We'll go over the winners there in the three-point championship. In the girls' final, Taylor Pierce won on the girls' side, and the boys' champion was the hometown favorite, the Palm Desert High School senior Hunter Lee, who put on a huge display, 20 points in that final round to win. So the home school favorite was a big hit last night. And then in the Slam Dunk Championship, it came down to the final two dunkers, Ronnie Pinkerton of Cardinal Hayes and Ryan Lowe of King High School. Ryan Lowe, 5'10" guard, came in and won the championship, and he had wrapped it up after his second dunk of the finals. And then Ronnie Pinkerton went on to get a perfect 50 in his final dunk, but he fell 3 points short. So it was just a really exciting time last night, and all these kids really put their best foot forward.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I think everybody looks forward to is the three-point competition and the slam dunk contest. And, we look at Ryan Lowe at 5'10", being able to do a, reverse dunk and alley-oop to himself off the backboard. It's pretty amazing when a kid that's 5'10" gets up that high to be able to throw it down, not only throw it down, but throw it down with authority.
So that was last night. Tonight is all about the championship, the Westchester Comets and the Fort Bend Travis Tigers. For Fort Bend Travis, you mentioned the Harrison twins. Andrew Harrison, the point guard of the Twins, he's been suffering from a bit of an injury, a little hamstring injury, so it kept him out toward the end last night. We'll see if it has any effect on him this evening. His twin brother, Aaron Harrison, picked up the slack. 32 points in the semifinals last night. He's averaged 32 points a game here in this tournament. The Tigers of Travis come in 15-2, coached by Craig Brownson. The Westchester Comets are led by senior guard Matthew Grant. And if you look out there and notice, Matthew Grant's the guy wearing the face mask on his head. He suffered a broken nose in November, had to have surgery, and has recovered well and is out there playing. He looks awesome out there. I mean, anybody in a mask looks cool. But he's also the most dominant player on this Westchester team. He had a huge part to play in that victory last night. The Comets 11-4, coached by Ed Azam. 6-time state champion in California. A very impressive program at Westchester.
And we talked. I mean, we talked about a little bit earlier in the broadcast when we talked about how MaxPreps has been able to create a bracket. The invitation, the national bracket that brings in some of the top perennial powers, not only in the state of California but the nation. Teams like Rainier Beach, teams like Bellevue, Cardinal Hayes. I mean, we're talking about Miller Grove out of Georgia. So top programs in the nation. And here tonight we're going to have a good one between Fort Bend Travis and Westchester.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for the PlayOnSports.com pregame show. The opening tip of the championship game is just about 5 minutes away, so don't go anywhere. We're your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Welcome back to PlayOnSports.com's coverage of the MaxPreps Holiday Classic live from Palm Desert High School in Palm Desert, California. I'm Brian Vilvin with Valentin Escanuela on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Tonight's championship matchup features two of the premier high school basketball programs in America, with the Westchester Comets from Los Angeles, California, squaring off against the Fort Bend Travis Tigers from Richmond, Texas. The Comets 11-4, coached by Ed Azam, and the Travis Tigers 15-2, coached by Craig Brownson. The teams are about to be introduced to the crowd. And Valentin, a couple of things we should expect here. First, from the Westchester Comets, what do they need to do to be successful here in this championship matchup against Travis?
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what Westchester comes out with defensively. They're extremely aggressive on the defensive end. They like to press. The one thing that you have to take into consideration if you're Westchester is the two Harrison twins. How do you contain them? If they break that press, the Harrison twins can easily get the easy bucket down the court.
And that's something that we saw a lot of yesterday from Travis. That takes us into Fort Bend, Travis, and the Tigers. You talk about the Harrison twins, Andrew Harrison nursing that injury. Aaron Harrison's been the go-to player. What do the Tigers need to do to be successful against this very tenacious Westchester defense?
Well, the Westchester defense is going to bring the pressure, and if you're the Twins, Aaron Harrison's going to get the most of the attention. He did a great job yesterday. Westchester saw that. They were able to go. They're going to anticipate that. So look for them to be extremely aggressive. Possible double team on him, but that's the scary part. Do you double team him and then open up somebody else, which might be the brother Andrew Harrison, who's also an extremely well talented player?
Well, one of the things that we saw from both of these teams is their ability to finish strong in the lane, and that was one of the things that they had the most success with. Also, both teams are able to create offense from the defensive end, so they like to push the tempo. This is it figures to be a very high-scoring game.
It should be a high-scoring game. They both like to run. Westchester is extremely fast. Fort Bend Travis has played some great teams, not only in this tournament, but other tournaments they've been in. They played teams like Archbishop Mitty, who was one of the top perennial powers in the nation, but with Westchester, you're going to have your hands full defensively. They're going to bring the pressure, and if I was a betting man, they're going to force you to beat that press every single time.
These starters for the Westchester Comets, coached by Ed Azam: Matthew Grant, Tyler Batiste, Nick Reese, Kevin Rutledge, and Nick Hamilton. And for the Fort Bend Travis Tigers, coached by Craig Brownson, you've got John Burnett, Aaron Harrison, Andrew Harrison, Chris Eady, and David Tillman. The starters for both squads out on the floor. The Travis Tigers in the white jerseys with red numbering. The Westchester Comets in the black jerseys with red numbering and white trim. They are on the court, and the championship is nearly underway. Officials all set, everybody ready to go. The ball is in the air, and the championship has begun. The Tigers control the opening tip, and at the top of the key, it is the point guard, Andrew Harrison. Kicks it off to the right wing to his brother, and Aaron Harrison hits the jumper. And it's a quick start for the Tigers. Westchester bringing the ball down. That's top of the key. Thinking about the shot was Hamilton. Instead, he swung it out to Grant all the way around. Left wing, three-pointer on the way, and no good by Tyler Batiste. The rebound goes to the Tigers. Pull-up jumper, Aaron Harrison, no good. Rebound by Westchester. The Comets looking to push the tempo, left baseline. Now going down low to Hamilton. Give and go, nice strong take and an offensive rebound underneath. That's Kevin Rutledge. Rutledge was blocked, and then the Tigers turn the ball over. Right baseline jumper on the way, no good. Nick Reese. Rebound, Andrew Harrison.
And you see the defensive type of play that they're doing here in Westchester is they're staying off the press here in this first quarter of play. They're trying to feel them out, feel the Harrison twins out to see what they want to do with that press. They're not too aggressive on the defensive end. I think right now they're just trying to feel them out.
The inbound pass is intercepted. Nick Reese with the steal. And then a pass to Rutledge. Reese with the offensive tip-in. And the Comets have tied it up at 2.
Nice job there by Reese being at the right place at the right time to get the easy tip-in.
Pull-up jumper, no good by Chris Eady. And the rebound goes to Matthew Grant. Grant bringing it up. A 2-3 zone being employed here by the Travis Tigers. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Left wing, we're going to have our first foul of the game. I believe they're going to get Aaron Harrison.
Both teams, defensive type of teams, aggressive on the defensive end, and so far they've been a little bit off the gas pedal when it comes to the defensive side.
Top key. Ball stolen away by the Tigers. Chris Eady trying to go coast to coast and does with a pretty finish off the glass. And the Comets turn the ball over.
Miscommunication there, trying to run back the other way was Westchester. And once again, the beauty of Westchester's squad is they can put fresh legs on the floor. They substitute 5 for 5 here, and that's a great way when you're a running team to go ahead and keep that up-tempo pace up the entire 4 quarters.
Well, Valentin, you mentioned the kind of slow pace out there, and then immediately Coach Azam switches 5 guys in and out. So we've got 5 new players on the floor for the Comets. The Tigers also brought in Jawan Williams. 3-pointer, right wing, good. Andrew Harrison with the triple.
That's a good sign for the Tigers when you got both twins filling it from the outside. 2 shots knocked down by both of them.
The Tigers now pick up in man-to-man. Top key. 3-pointer on the way, no good, rims out. That was Miles Stewart, but a strong offensive board down low. Elijah Stewart could not come up with a bucket, but he's going to have another chance down low. It's blocked away by Williams, and the ball goes out of bounds. I believe it's going to stay here with the Comets. 26 seconds on the shot clock. One
of the great qualities of the Westchester squad is to get those second and third opportunities. They did that against Loyola yesterday and really made them pay.
Inbound pass, pull-up jumper, good. Elijah Stewart from 10 feet. 5 minutes to play in the first quarter of the championship game at the MaxPreps Holiday Classic. Live from Palm Desert, California. 3-pointer from deep, no good, off the rim. Andrew Harrison couldn't find the mark. And the Comets will bring it down the court. Left baseline, strong take, offensive foul. Miles Stewart picks up the foul. Nice job taking the charge there. I believe that was Andrew Harrison, so the injured Tiger sacrificing his body and drawing the charge against the Comets. Full court press by the Comets. The Tigers can break it. And now it's Aaron Harrison, nearly throws it away. There's going to be a struggle. And we're going to have a foul called against Miles Stewart. That'll be Stewart's second foul in the last 20 seconds. And it's getting a little chippy near midcourt.
Little extracurricular activity, but the official all over that.
Second personal foul, second team foul against the Comets. The Tigers have 1 foul. That's on Aaron Harrison. 4:30 to play in the first quarter. 8-minute quarters here. Aaron Harrison, left baseline, dribbling along that baseline. And we're going to get a 3-second in the key violation called against Jawan Williams. Can't fall asleep in there watching your teammates play.
You can camp out.
Bakari Green checks into the game for the Comets. Darnell Brown running the point for Westchester. The 11-4 Comets, the 15-2 Tigers. Pull-up jumper, no good. Off the mark, Elijah Stewart. The rebound is taken by Chris Eady, who tries to get it forward to John Burnett, but turns it over in the process. A wasted opportunity there for Fort Bend Travis.
The pass a little bit long. He had Burnett and Aaron Harrison streaking down the middle of the court. The better option would have been Harrison down the middle, right inside the paint.
Left wing, 3-pointer on the way, no good. Bakari Green off the mark, and the rebound goes to Andrew Harrison. Harrison trying to push the tempo. Left wing, Eady. Now right baseline, 3-pointer, bingo! In the right corner, Aaron Harrison with the 3 ball.
Once again, Aaron Harrison filling it from the outside. You got to go ahead and close out on those opportunities for Fort Bend Travis.
A 6-point Tiger edge here with 3:30 to play in the first quarter. Darnell Brown swings it to Joshua Rideau, hits the baseline jumper. Nice bucket there by Rideau.
Well, the Tigers with a man-to-man defense there, trying to keep that ball from going inside. But Westchester makes them pay from the outside.
A matchup zone here, a little 3-2 zone for the Comets. Left wing, that's Aaron Harrison. He's trying to drive the baseline, instead pulls back for three and hits it. Aaron Harrison picking up right where he left off yesterday. Already 8 points here, and we're midway through the first quarter. He's averaging 32 a game here in this tournament. That's 8 points a quarter, every quarter in all 4 games. Pretty impressive stuff out of Aaron Harrison. Pull-up jumper, good. Bakari Green with the pull-up for the Comets.
Bakari Green stepping back and hitting a little 10-foot floater. He's got that in his game as well.
So 4 different players have scored for Westchester. 2:10 to play. 3-pointer on the way. Andrew Harrison, no good, but a great hustle play to keep that ball alive by Jawan Williams. It's eventually going to be turned over to the Comets, who sub 5 more. Gotta like that from Coach Azam.
You gotta like that. That's the kind of depth that he has on that bench. You can go 5 for 5. Once again, if you want to run, you can put fresh legs on the court. And I like what Westchester is doing defensively with that 2-3 zone, 3-2 zone. They mix it up, and they force the Harrison twins to go ahead and take those outside shots, limit those opportunities for them to hit the lane.
Shot up and no good. Off-balance shot, but an offensive rebound and a bucket. Count the basket with the foul. Tyler Batiste, and he'll go to the line to try to convert the 3-point play.
Tyler Batiste. He's one of those players that can really make things happen for Westchester. Happens to be at the right place at the right time. He's done that a couple times here so far.
And he hits the free throw. The scoreboard at the gym gave the points to the wrong team, but they'll get that sorted out underneath. That is Williams. He's going to be fouled as well.
And once again, Westchester going to that full court press, that aggressive defense they're known for. But the Tigers doing a great job of breaking that press and getting those easy looks down low. He goes up with a shot. Doesn't go in, but he gets to go to the charity stripe for 2.
The foul charge to Matthew Grant as Williams misses the first free throw attempt. 1:45 to play in the first quarter of the championship of the 2012 MaxPreps Holiday Classic. And Williams hits the second free throw. 14-11, a 3-point lead. The Comets could tie it with a 3-ball here. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line. Matthew Grant, no good. Offensive rebound once again by Nick Reese. The Comets are all over the offensive glass. Great pass down low and a bucket.
Great unselfish play there by Tyler Batiste.
He found Nick Hamilton, and we've had our 6th scorer for Westchester. 3-pointer from the baseline, no good. I think we're going to have a foul on the Tigers here. I think Jawan Williams is going to get called for the hold.
You know, that last play offensively that Westchester ran, they ran that ball screen to the top of the key with Matthew Grant. That worked really well for them in that first quarter of play yesterday in that second semifinal game. Let's see if they keep doing that here today.
It is a 1-point Comet deficit. They could take their first lead of the game here, and they will not do so. But there is a foul called. Matthew Grant fouled in the corner.
Foul before, or I think might have been a foul away from the ball maybe.
Another foul on Jawan Williams. That's his second. So Williams will have to check out of the game. He's replaced by Daniel Chica. 1:04 to play in the first quarter. Comets got to try to get the ball in bounds. Instead, it's going to be stolen away by Aaron Harrison. Harrison gets it forward to Andrew Harrison. 2-3 zone now. And a pass down low to Chica. No. Nearly lost the handle. Aaron Harrison's going to try to drive the lane. Nice ball movement by the Tigers and a 3-ball.
And that's what you get when you have a player that has the ability to penetrate that zone and bring it into the key. It draws the defenders in. You kick it out to your open man, and they hit the outside shot with nobody in their face.
The senior guard, John Burnett, with the triple for Travis. Three-pointer on the way in response, no good. But a struggle for the rebound. It's going to be last touched by Westchester. And Travis will have the ball. 26.7 seconds to play here in the first quarter.
A great first quarter so far, Brian. 26.7 left and only a 4-point lead here for Travis Bend. This is going to come down to the wire.
Normally in these type of games, as there's a ball is intercepted, a pass down low, bucket up, no good, rebound Travis, and we're going to have another foul here. This was a careless foul, I think, after missing a little chippy jumper there. Pick up a silly foul. Nick Reese called with the foul, his first, fourth team foul on the Comets. But normally these games, championship setting, it takes a while for the teams to settle in and really get the offense going, but we've had a lot of offense here in the first quarter. Nice ball movement to break the press by the Tigers. Three-pointer from the corner goes in. It hit the top of the backboard. They're going to say that it hit the 35-second clock, I believe, and they're going to take away the basket. Nice shooter's touch there from the corner, but not going to get the roll. 5 seconds left to play in the quarter. Matthew Grant with it on the right wing. Shot up at the buzzer, no good. Tyler Batiste couldn't get the 3-ball to fall. So after 1 quarter of play, it's going to be Fort Bend Travis 17, Westchester 13. It's PlayOnSports.com's coverage of the 2012 MaxPreps Holiday Classic Championship game. PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the Play On Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all of their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
I'm Brian Vilvin with Valentin Escanuela on PlayOnSports.com's coverage of the MaxPreps Holiday Classic from Palm Desert High School in Palm Desert, California, and what has been an exciting event with some of the premier talent in all of America. And it's the championship here. We're 1 quarter in. Valentin, thoughts after the first quarter of play?
Well, you know what? I really enjoyed this first quarter of play. I liked what both teams did. They were filling each other out defensively, offensively. You saw Westchester go to that full court press, and they noticed, and they began to right away you could tell it's going to be tough to go ahead and put this full court press on a team like Fort Bend Travis when you have guys like the Harrison twins on there, guys like John Burnett who can go ahead and break the press, get the easy look on the outside to a player or inside for an easy layup. So they've kind of backed off. They went to that zone defense. But then once again, Andrew Harrison, the ability to be able to penetrate the zone and be able to kick that ball out to an open player is gonna hurt them as well. So we'll see what kind of adjustments they make here in the second quarter of play.
The Tigers in a man-to-man defensive set as we get started here. In the second quarter, 3-pointer from the corner by Matthew Grant, no good. Another offensive rebound by Westchester, and a third, but it goes off the hands of Nick Reese. Reese all over the offensive glass, and that's something that the Comets have had a ton of success with here in the early goings. It is a 4-guard set that Fort Bend Travis runs, so a little bit lacking there on the rebounding side as we get a nice pass down low from Harrison to Daniel Chica. And Chica gets in the scoring book.
A beautiful no-look pass there by Andrew Harrison.
Right corner top key, jumper, good. Kevin Rutledge with his first bucket of the game. Rutledge is the 7th player to score from Westchester. Nobody with more than 3 points for the Comets. A rebound by Westchester. They trail by 4. Just under 7 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Ball stolen away by Travis. Nearly had a backcourt violation. I think the Tigers might have gotten away with one there. Pull up 3-pointer, no good. And we're going to get an over the back call here against Daniel Chica.
Great job there by Nick Hamilton boxing out on that shot and getting the over the back call.
And get ready for 5 more substitutes for the Comets.
This is reminds me of Long Beach Poly basketball with the girls program where they sub in 5 for 5. It's tough to see who's on the court every single time.
Yeah, it makes it a problem when you're trying to match up man-to-man like the Tigers are, but they're doing a nice job communicating who's got who, and nice defense played by Daniel Chica, making up for that over-the-back call. The senior Chica forces the turnover, and the Tigers will have it. Aaron Harrison thought about 3, instead kicked it around to Burnett, and now swings it across to brother Andrew. Still in the 3-2 zone are the Comets. Now Andrew seems like he's thinking about it. Pull up free throw line jumper. Got it. Chris Eady with the bucket for the Tigers.
And you talk about being able to break that zone.
Baseline jumper good. Nicely done by Elijah Stewart. Stewart's got 4 points for the Comets. Strong take, but John Burnett can't get the roll, and the Comets will push it in transition. Losing the handle for a moment was Rideau, but he kicks it out to Elijah Stewart. Now down low, nice footwork underneath. Cameron Young, and I believe we're going to have a foul here. Are they going to get Young? They are. Nice hustle play by Cameron Young, but he's going to get charged with the foul. His first personal, the 5th foul against Westchester here in the first half. 5:35 to play in the second quarter of the MaxPreps Holiday Classic Championship game between Westchester and Fort Bend Travis.
The Tigers sticking to their 4-point lead, not letting it go.
Harrison from deep, no good off the rim, rebound Young.
Great closeout there by the Comets.
Westchester pushing it in transition. Now they'll slow it down. Looking down low momentarily. Right baseline three-pointer, good. Miles Stewart with the 3, and he becomes the 8th Comet to score here in the championship. Eight different Comets have scored, and we are 11 minutes into this game.
A very well-balanced Westchester team. You know, you talk about the depth on that bench, and guys come off the bench, and it's you know, they can start on any other team, probably in the LA City section.
They have won 11 section titles, 19 league championships, and 6 state titles. Deep three-pointer, Andrew Harrison, no good. Strong rebound by the Comets. That was Joshua Rideau again with the board. Three-pointer for the first lead of the game, no good, off the mark. Rebound goes to Aaron Harrison. He's going to push it up the floor. Harrison all the way, and a foul is going to be called against Westchester. And Coach Azam not pleased with that call.
That could have gone either way there, Brian. It looked like he had position. The official was a little bit closer than we were from up here, but I'll tell you what, that could have gone either way.
Darnell Brown gets charged with the foul. And Aaron Harrison hits the first free throw. Free throws were an area of concern yesterday for the Tigers. They struggled mightily from the free throw line. Only hit 2 of 2 twice in the entire game, and they went to the free throw line probably a dozen times.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that statement.
And Harrison can only hit 1 of 2. The ball is knocked out of bounds. Last touch by David Tillman. Tillman was in the dunk contest last night. Had some pretty fancy dunks out there.
Yeah, his first dunk was a windmill dunk that he brought the house down with.
Down low, nice post move, but can't get the finish is Cameron Young. Young wants that one back. Got himself in great position, did the hard part, and then missed the layup. 2-point Travis lead, Aaron Harrison, and he was going to go hammer that ball on the baseline. Instead, there's a foul before the play.
Well, sticking to that zone defense. But the Tigers have done a good job of being able to get the ball exactly where they have to go ahead and open that open shot. So you get that ball to just outside of that free throw line, and it draws defenders in. You can kick the ball out or take the easy shot if nobody's clearing out, closing out on you.
Number 25, Miles Stewart, the junior guard, 6'5" for the Comets, just picked up his 3rd personal foul, so he has to check out of the game. Aaron Harrison, it is now the bonus, goes to the line for 1-1, misses the front end, and that's as good as a turnover. Strong take. Harrison gets the steal. He's trying to lead the break the other way. But his brother Andrew with some fancy dribbling, finger roll on a spin move. The injured Andrew Harrison with a nifty bucket there.
Yeah, he's feeling it. You could see him running back the other way, and he was a little feeling a little bad right there because he was kind of hobbling on the running back the other way.
Trying to answer, they do. The Comets with a 3-ball from the corner. Elijah Stewart. He's got 7 points in the early goings here for Westchester. It's now a 1-point Travis lead. And that time, the guard, Chris Eady, tried to get a little bit too fancy with the pass. Threw it behind his head and through the hands of David Tillman. The Comets can take the lead. They have not led all game. 3 minutes to play, just over 3 minutes to play here in the second quarter of the championship. 3-pointer from deep on the way, no good. A rebound taken by the Tigers, who push it up the floor to Harrison. Harrison's going to miss the contested jump shot. There are about 4 defenders right there on Aaron Harrison. Little 1-on-4, pull-up jumper for the lead, no good. Offensive rebound, put back, and a bucket for the Comets. And Westchester takes their first lead of the game. Bakari Green with the basket, 25-24, Westchester on top.
The Comets continue to dominate the offensive boards here in this game, something that the coach of Fort Bend Travis, Coach Brownson, is going to have to address at halftime.
So playing from behind for the first time today, the Tigers put a deep 3-ball on the way from the right wing, no good, but an offensive board by John Burnett. His pass is stolen by Bakari Green, and then Andrew Harrison's going to get a cheap foul.
And that was a smart foul. Those are the kind of fouls that you want to get because you don't want to give him the easy bucket back the other way on the breakaway.
Yeah, it looked like, especially with his injury, he wasn't going to go catch Bakari Green, and Green would have had an easy bucket, probably a slam dunk on the other end. Instead, the Comets will take the ball out at half court, and they'll have to score with some pressure in their face. Tyler Batiste, the point guard, running the show for the Comets. Looking down low, nice defense by Andrew Harrison there. 3-pointer right wing up, no good, air ball. But the rebound comes off. It's saved by the Comets. Jump ball around the 3-point line, and the Tigers will come away with it. Great athletic move by Nick Hamilton to even keep that ball in play. And then John Burnett went up. Excuse me, that is Chris Eady. Chris Eady, all 5'8" of him, went up and won the jump ball there. And he'll be at the line to shoot the bonus.
A lot going on there on that play. And you see the athleticism of Westchester to be able to keep that ball in play.
Eady hits the all-important first free throw. Knots us back up at 25.
And I believe Edie's the one that put the game away yesterday with perfect 4-for-4 shooting towards the end of the game.
He hits both free throws to put the Tigers back on top. Grant, beautiful pass down low and a finish by Nick Hamilton. Give that assist to Matthew Grant. And the Comets have the lead again. 1:30 to play in the second quarter. Top key, Andrew Harrison. Screen being set there by Chica. Now it's Aaron Harrison at the top of the key. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Aaron Harrison crossover. Pull-up jumper, good. Man, he makes that look easy.
Makes it look real pretty, too.
The back and forth affair continues. We've had our 4th lead change in the last minute and a half of play. Matthew Grant makes it 5. Grant with the jumper. And Westchester's back on top.
Great way to answer back. Here comes the full court press again for Westchester.
54 seconds to play in the second quarter. Harrison loses the handle, and the Comets are bringing it down to transition. Tyler Batiste. I don't even know what to say about that one. That was pretty. 31-28, the Comets lead. Aaron Harrison looking to respond. Crab dribble, count the basket. Harrison goes to the line. He'll have a chance to tie this one up.
This is something I've been very impressed with the Tigers, the way they are able to spread the floor and spread the offense on that front half court, being able to find that lane. He finds the baseline, gets the lane, and gets the easy layup and the foul.
Aaron Harrison has struggled at the line thus far, but hits that free throw to tie the game. 27 seconds left to play in the first half. The shot clock is off. The Comets can hold the ball for the last shot if they choose to do so. Now 15 seconds. Top key. That's Batiste. On the left wing, now 8 seconds. Matthew Grant's going to try to do something. The lefty pull-up jumper off the glass and good. 1 second left. That will be the last play of the first half. Matthew Grant with his 4th point of the half. 33-31, Westchester leading Travis. Valentine.
I got to tell you, I'm very impressed with this first half of play. Westchester sticking to their guns and sticking to their game plan. They came in here, they're not very aggressive on the defensive end as they usually are, but they've had some key turnovers and some big points on those turnovers. Second chance point opportunities go to the Westchester Comets. Great job controlling that offensive rebounding and really dominating the glass here in the first half of play.
A 20-point second quarter from the Comets, and Westchester leads Travis 33-31 at the half. Folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with a halftime show in just a few moments right here on your destination for high school sports and the championship game of the 2012 MaxPreps Holiday Classic. PlayOnSports.com. Welcome to the PlayOnSports.com halftime show, coming to you from the 2012 MaxPreps Holiday Classic at Palm Desert High School in Palm Desert, California. I'm Brian Vilvin alongside Valentin Escanuela. Our halftime score is Westchester 33, Fort Bend Travis 31, in what's been a very exciting first half of basketball. In those last 4 or 5 minutes, it really went back and forth. 6 different lead changes there in the last 4 minutes of the second quarter.
Oh, it's just a great second quarter of play for both of these two teams, staying aggressive, both on defense, playing some good defense, but also having some great offensive sets there for both squads. So I think they're still trying to feel each other out. I think they kind of figured it out here in the second quarter of play. It should be an exciting second half here in this championship game.
Well, one of the keys for the Westchester Comets has been spreading the wealth. It hasn't been a one-man show. I know last night Matthew Grant got a lot of the credit for that performance that he put on. It was kind of a quiet first half from Grant. He only had 4 points. They were right there at the end of the half, but 9 different Comet players scored. The leading scorer, Elijah Stewart, with 7 points, but 9 different players into the scorebook with at least 2 points for Westchester.
And that's a great sign for the Comets. I mean, you're talking about 9 players in the book. Any of these players can get hot here in the second half of play. You don't just have one player doing all the work. You have everybody kind of contributing. And if you can get 3 of those players to get hot, it's going to be a tough night for Fort Bend Travis.
On the other side, Fort Bend Travis has been led by Aaron Harrison, and there's no shock there. He has been the leader of this team throughout this tournament and throughout a 15-2 season. Harrison, the leading scorer, with 14 points, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. So kind of similar to the numbers that we saw last night from him from the free throw line. A couple of 3-pointers and 6 different Tigers in the scoring book.
Well, with Aaron Harrison, catching fire in that first half, making things look easy. I like what Westchester did to limit his ability to be able to penetrate the lane and get the easy layups or go ahead and make his own shots. He's really good at doing that. They go to that 2-3 zone, they mix it up, they go back, now they go to the 3-2 zone, and they really limit his opportunities down low inside the paint.
Well, you talk about that 3-2 zone being played by the Comets, and it's really limited the penetration by Aaron Harrison. Last night we saw 4 or 5 easy dunks on just driving to the lane when Harrison beat his defender. When someone's trying to play man-to-man out on the wing against Harrison, he easily blows by him. So Westchester saw something in that. They thought that they could get him with that 3-2 zone. They've been very effective on the defensive side.
Very effective. Aaron Harrison at 6'5", and the kind of athleticism that he has off the dribble, it doesn't matter if you're 5'10", 5'6", and you're quick. He's going to take you off the dribble. They know how to use, the Harrison twins know how to use their body extremely well against their opponents to be able to get that position down low and get those easy buckets.
And for the Travis Tigers, we've seen them play that 2-3 zone. We've seen them play man-to-man matchup. And Westchester has done a really nice job, not necessarily in their set-piece offense, but on the offensive glass. They've gotten so many second-chance opportunities. That's something that the Tigers are going to have to limit here in the second half.
Well, I think that's one of the issues that the coach, Craig Brownson, addressed here at halftime for the Tigers is we need to be able to box out and limit those second and third opportunities. The Comets did really well yesterday in the semifinal that they played in. They're doing a great job today. They're extremely athletic. They can get up and go after those balls, even though they don't have a lot of size that you would say for a perennial power with 6'5", 6'7" guys on the floor. They don't have a 7-footer. But yet they're getting these big rebounds down low, and the guys that are getting the rebounds are your 6'3", 6'1" guys.
Yeah.
So you see the kind of athleticism. They know where to be on the court. They know how to follow the shots and get those second and third opportunities.
Well, it's been a great one so far, and the next 16 minutes promise to be great as well. We're about a minute and a half away from the start of the second half, and that's going to do it for the PlayOnSports.com halftime show. We'll be back in just a few moments with the start of the second half right here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. About ready to start the third quarter of play. The Tigers of Travis inbound the ball, trailing by 2 as we get this third quarter started. At the top of the key, that is Aaron Harrison. And now we got man-to-man defense being played by the Comets, so they've been changing it up on the defensive end. Harrison had nowhere to go. The Tigers looked a little bit lost there, I think surprised about the defensive set that they saw, and they throw it away.
Well, Westchester, they're changing, and they're going to mix it up. They're going to mix it up here now. Full court press set by Fort Bend Travis. A little bit of token pressure there by the Tigers.
And we haven't seen a ton of press out of the Tigers, but both teams mixing up the defensive sets that they've shown here in the second half a little bit different than what we saw in the first half. Got to make halftime adjustments in this final. A prestigious tournament and a crown that either team would be extremely pleased with, as Matthew Grant's pull-up jumper is no good. Rebounded by Harrison, who passes down low. Strong take by John Burnett, but he can't finish. He'll go to the line for a pair.
That's one of the things that if you're Westchester, you're going to have to do a better job at here in the second half of play. Is going to be that transition defense with Aaron Harrison running with Andrew Harrison running the point guard. It's going to go ahead and make it difficult to try to set yourself on the defensive side when you got three players streaking down the middle of the court.
Burnett can tie it with this free throw. And you mentioned Andrew Harrison. He's been nursing that injury. We've seen him hobbling around a little bit as Burnett hits both free throws to tie it up, 33 apiece. So that'll be something to see. Let's see if he can tough his way through the rest of this second half. It would be a big blow if Andrew Harrison had to leave the floor for Travis. Turnaround jumper on the way, no good. Offensive rebound once again and again. You say it's the guards. That's the 6-foot-tall Tyler Batiste going up there and battling for the offensive board. Now we have a foul on the Tigers, but another offensive rebound for Westchester.
Well, Westchester's just very, very smart on the court and knowing where to be at the right place at the right time. I don't know if they just practice that. They have somebody shoot, bricks off the rim, and they practice where the ball's going to land, depending on which way the trajectory is going to, where part of the brim's going to hit on, because these guys are unbelievable.
A great job of reading where that ball's going to land. Pull-up jumper by the aforementioned Batiste, and he hits it. Batiste has scored in every quarter. 7 points for the senior guard. Pull-up jumper on the other end. Nice response by Chris Eady, and Chris Eady has scored in all 3 quarters. 8 points for him in transition. Count the bucket. Matthew Grant starting to come alive here. He's got a chance for 3 points the old-fashioned way, with 6:34 to play in the third quarter.
This is a player you want to keep your eyes on if you are the Tigers, because if Matthew Grant gets on board here offensively and starts lighting it up, extremely athletic player, can shoot it from the outside, can go ahead and penetrate and drive the lane, and shows why he can do that on that last play.
Finishes the and one, 7 points for Grant. 38-35 the Westchester lead. 6:30 to play in the third quarter. Aaron Harrison, right wing, thought about the pull-up three. Instead, he'll feed it around. 3-2 zone. This man-to-man defense again being played by Westchester. Andrew Harrison at the left wing. It just seems like that injury is really bothering Andrew Harrison.
It is.
As Aaron Harrison gets driven to the left baseline, and a travel by his brother Andrew.
Great close out there by Tyler Batiste on that pass. They try to find the open man on the outside. Tyler Batiste closed out and forced the player to travel.
Jawan Williams had to come out of the game for the Tigers of Travis. He's got 3 fouls as we've got a traveling violation against Westchester. So 2 players with 3 fouls right now. Jawan Williams of Travis, just a sophomore, but a great contributor out there. And then for Westchester, the junior Miles Stewart. Pull-up looked like it was going to be a jumper, but then the pass went to Tillman, who lost the handle, picked it up, gets the bucket and the foul. Tillman will go to the line to try to convert the 3-point play, his first bucket of the game.
A big 6'8" man for the Tigers. Has had a hard time down low. He's had a couple of good passes down low, and he hasn't been able to put his hands on it. So not really expecting that one, but he gathers the ball and puts it up and gets the foul and the basket.
Misses the free throw, so the point. Right wing thinking about a 3-ball, Nick Reese. Instead, beautiful pass down low to Rutledge. But Rutledge can't do anything with it. 18 seconds left on the shot clock, down to 15. 5:30 to play in the third quarter. Top of the key, it's Matthew Grant. Pull up from deep, no good, but a foul. Grant will go to the line for 3 free throws. A costly foul by John Burnett.
Yeah, not a very smart foul by John Burnett because Matthew Grant was like 26 feet out. He was shooting it from where it says Aztecs.
A very low percentage shot.
Yeah, a very low percentage shot, and as you can see, he missed it, but now he's going to the line for 3.
Grant has been perfect from the free throw line. And you know what that means after I say that, so I apologize in advance.
Here you go. Brian Vilvin making a mess out of it.
Oh, the old broadcaster jinx at play again. I apologize to Matthew Grant for that missed free throw. Tries to make it a 3-point lead, and he does. So he makes 2 out of the 3 free throws. Easy for me to say. 40-37, the Westchester lead. The Comets come out in the full court press.
I can't believe that always works.
It's unbelievable the effectiveness of the broadcaster
jinx. Negative energy that you put out there, Brian.
The Harrison twins bringing the ball up. Nice job passing their way through the press. And a strong take and finish by John Burnett. Burnett is so fancy around the basket. And in transition, Matthew Grant with another bucket. Grant has come alive. He's got 7 points in the third quarter, 11 overall after being held scoreless until 2 minutes left to go in the first half. So Matthew Grant is coming alive. The masked man.
Andrew Harrison got fouled on that last play there, Brian, and hobbling and everything, he was able to break the press. So if you could just imagine what he can do when he's 100% and has no injuries. He had 3 guys on him. He was able to break the press and still get fouled.
A little extracurriculars going on near the Westchester bench. It's a 3-point Westchester lead. The foul was on Tyler Batiste, and now back to that 3-2 zone are the Comets. 3-pointer, no good. Harrison, rebound taken by Westchester. They did their patented 5-man sub just a minute ago. So we've got fresh legs on the floor for the Comets. Looking to improve to 12-4 and take the MaxPreps championship. Turnaround jumper, traveling violation. The bucket won't count. Miles Stewart called on the travel. Miles Stewart with 3 personal fouls as well. And 4:15 to play in the third quarter. A rare miss by Burnett, and the rebound goes to the Comets. 3-pointer left wing, no good. Rebound Harrison. He pushes it ahead to Burnett, and of course Burnett gets the finish.
You see the fast pace of the Tigers there on the offensive set. Quick rebound, push it back the other way, and get a 3-on-2.
Great length of the court pass by Aaron Harrison as well. And a defensive, they're going to call him with the foul there. It looked like he knocked that ball out of bounds, but the officials say he got the wrist, the second personal foul on Aaron Harrison.
And in order for you to run that transition offense, it starts off with the pass, Brian. That first pass, if you can go ahead and get that pass across half court and get the running man, outlet pass, 2 passes, and in the basket, easy buckets usually.
Well, Aaron Harrison, a great finisher around the basket. Obviously, he shot the 3 ball very well, and a good passer. He's got a very well-rounded game, and that's why he's one of the top players in the country. Ball out of bounds, turns over to the Tigers.
Well, they gave it back to Joshua Rideau, and he just happened to still be out of bounds when he got the handoff.
Andrew Harrison being pressured by Darnell Brown. Now Aaron Harrison at the left wing. 3-2 matchup zone. Corner, Andrew Harrison, no good. Rebound goes to the Comets. Westchester looking to add to their 1-point lead. 3:17 to play in the third quarter. Top key, Brown thought about the 3, instead pulls it down. He's going to be fouled. I believe they'll get Daniel Chica with the hold.
A slow start for both of these two teams. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. But they've had their fair share of shots and easy layups and transition offensive points.
Three-pointer on the way. Brown, no good. Rebound goes to Aaron Harrison. He's looking to push it up the floor. And coast to coast, Aaron Harrison with the finish.
That's where Aaron Harrison will beat you. Back the other way, transition offense. He'll take it all the way himself, create his own shot.
Three-pointer up, no good. Rebound off to the Comets. Another offensive board, and they try to get points out of it, but Andrew Harrison says, not in my house.
Well, Andrew Harrison with a hamstring injury and all, but he uses his other foot to jump up and get that swat.
43-42, Travis leading Westchester. Ball inbounded underneath the basket for the Comets. Darnell Brown at the top of the key, 25 seconds on the shot clock. 2:35 to play here in the third quarter. Left wing Brown. Goes off the screen, thought about the shot, instead screen and go. Great feed, can't finish, but another offensive rebound by the Comets. Their offensive rebounding has completely kept them in this game. Fresh 35 for the Comets. And every time you can do that, you limit the number of possessions that the Harrison twins can touch the basketball.
That's a good plan if you're Westchester.
Strong take, no finish, but another offensive rebound, and they missed the layup. Two missed layups in that possession for Westchester. They come away with no points, but they took about a minute off the clock in that possession.
A little too strong on those putbacks. They've had a couple of those, but they've been a little bit too strong on those putbacks.
3-2 matchup zone here by the Comets. Just over a minute 30 to play here in the third quarter. A 1-point Fort Bend Travis lead. Aaron Harrison trying to take it along the baseline, and he's going to be fouled. I think they're going to get Joshua Rideau with the push. 5 team fouls against Westchester in the third quarter. That could become an issue for the Comets. There are 4 team fouls against the Tigers, so I have a feeling we're going to get to the bonus pretty quickly here as we move forward in the second half.
1:28 left in the third quarter. So with 5 team fouls, yeah, they might be in the bonus before this quarter ends.
Strong take, but a charge going to be called against Tyrone Jordan.
6 team foul.
Six fouls against the Tigers. I believe I misspoke earlier and said it was 6 against the Comets. It's 6 against Travis, 4 against Westchester here. Now we got a jump ball. The possession will stay with the Comets. They trail by a point here with 1:17 to play in the third quarter of the MaxPreps Holiday Classic Championship game. 2-pointer on the way from deep. Matthew Grant, no good. Rebound, Aaron Harrison. Looking to push the ball up the floor. They have no numbers, and he throws it away. That was an ill-advised pass there by Aaron Harrison. It was a 2-on-5, and he threw it away, making it too easy on the Comets there. Just under a minute to play here in the third. Nice dribbling there by Batiste. The jumper no good, and the rebound goes to John Burnett. Andrew Harrison hobbling, but taking the lane, and a travel.
They called a travel on Andrew. And once again, you see Andrew's ability with, hobbling and all to be able to penetrate the lane and get a shot off.
With 40 seconds left to play in the third quarter, there's a 4-second differential between the shot and game clock. Aaron Harrison's got to be careful. He's got 2 fouls already. Batiste with the take. He's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. That'll put the Comets in the bonus the rest of the way. This is going to be 2 shots, though. as Tyler Batiste will go to the line.
Batiste with great control of his body gets fouled on the push and somehow still manages to put that ball up and nearly goes in. It could have been a three-point opportunity here for Westchester. Instead, he'll go for the charity stripe for 2. Easy points here for the Comets. You got to make your free throws.
The foul was on Tyrone Jordan, his second foul in the last 30 seconds. And Batiste hits the free throw. It's a tied ball game, 43-43. And the officials are sending Aaron Harrison to the bench. Asking for the sub, not really giving much of an explanation, so not cleaning up any blood or anything. Might be a situation where he was getting close to a technical and the ref says just get him off the floor so he doesn't get another foul here for his team. 25 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Westchester has just retaken the lead off of the 2 free throws by Batiste. Now 15 seconds. Andrew Harrison at the top of the key. 8 seconds. Valentin thinks they're going to Burnett here. Instead, Andrew Harrison pull up 3. No good. Rebound Comets. They can't get a shot off before the quarter ends. So Westchester will take a lead into the fourth quarter. It's 44-43. Westchester leading Fort Bend Travis in the 2012 MaxPreps Holiday Classic Championship game, live right here on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports.
Play On Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play On Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
I'm Brian Vilvin with Valentin Escanuela on PlayOnSports.com's coverage of the MaxPreps Holiday Classic, one of the premier tournaments anywhere in the country for high school basketball. 44-43, the Westchester edge over Fort Bend Travis in a game that has been tight throughout. Nobody has led by more than 6 points the entire way, and we've been back and forth, had double-digit lead changes throughout this contest.
It's going to be an interesting fourth quarter of play here, Brian. The team that got a technical here, or?
The officials
technical.
say
they teed him up.
Technical
they teed
foul.
Up Andrew. Or Aaron. No, Andrew. They teed up Andrew.
Well, they said it was on number 5. It looked like the official was arguing with number 2, Aaron Harrison. At the line, converting on the free throws, Tyler Batiste.
And I was about to say that the team that makes the least amount of mistakes here in this fourth quarter of play is probably going to win this game. That's a real bad mistake there by the Tigers to get a technical call and give Westchester, being the good free throw shooting team that they are, and giving them those easy 2 points. But turnovers are going to be a big key here. Whoever has the least amount of turnovers is going to win this game. These two teams thrive on the turnovers and the offense on transition.
Strong take by Matthew Grant. He's going to go to the line for 2 more. Westchester 8 of 9 from the free throw line as a team this evening, and the only missed free throw was my fault when Matthew Grant missed. So he'll go to the line for 2. The foul was called on Andrew Harrison, and Grant drills it right on cue. The Comets could make the lead 2 possessions here with the Grant free throw. Coach Brownson having a few words with the officials over there near the scorer's table. And Matthew Grant just perfect from the line. 10 of 11 as a team. And that's a huge reason the Comets have a 5-point lead here. Coach Azam letting his players hear about how he feels about that foul. The third foul on Tyler Batiste, and that is huge for the Comets. Not only a great free throw shooter, but a great creator. He's scored in all 4 quarters, the only player in the game to do that. Three-pointer rims out from the baseline for the Tigers. 7.5 minutes to play in the championship. It's a 5-point Westchester lead. And it's Matthew Grant at the top of the key. Grant driving, pull-up jumper, left-handed, no good. Fighting for the offensive board and the foul with the basket. Count it, Nick Hamilton. He'll go to the line to try to convert the three-point play, and the Comets own the offensive glass.
Extreme athleticism there by Nick Hamilton to be able to go up in between the trees, only at 6'3", getting the offensive board over 6'5", and there we go. We got some more words exchange, extracurricular activity on the floor between Aaron Harrison and some of the Westchester players.
And the coaching staff from Westchester cannot believe what's going on out there on the floor. The officials going to gather here. A timeout was taken by the Travis Tigers with 7:12 to play in the fourth quarter. Westchester has their biggest lead of the game, the biggest lead anyone has had so far tonight. It's a 7-point lead, looking to make it 8 as Nick Hamilton will try to convert the three-point play. And Valentin, the story of this game has really been Westchester's dominance on the offensive glass.
Yeah, the offensive glass has been key for them. They've had some points on it. They could have had a lot more points. They've been a little strong on some of those putbacks, but nonetheless, second and third and fourth opportunity plays there for Westchester. Helped them win the game yesterday, and here it's giving them the lead.
Well, this Travis team plays a 4-guard set, but 2 of those guards are the 6'5" Harrison twins, so we know that they can go up and be strong. They're probably as good down low as anybody around as well. So it's not like they don't have size down there. It just seems like Westchester's finding themselves in the perfect position. A very well-coached team are the Comets, and they hit all their free throws. That is 11 of 12 from the free throw line for Westchester. Hamilton perfect. Aaron Harrison responding, can't get the roll, but a strong take, and that's a lot of what we saw yesterday out of Aaron Harrison.
That's exactly what he likes to do. He likes to drive the court, run the court, and create his own shots. Hasn't been really good at finishing off, his runs down, from coast to coast, but nonetheless, going to the line and getting the opportunity to get those easy free throws. But he's had a hard time here in this tournament knocking those down.
The first free throw no good for Harrison, but he hits the second. Eight of 14 from the free throw line for the Tigers. So 11 of 12 for the Comets, 8 of 14 for the Tigers. That's been a big difference, and the jumper good, Bakari Green with the 2-ball. Strong take, Andrew Harrison, and a finish. He wanted a foul. He's not going to get it, and he's hobbling back down the court on defense, but a nice finish there by Andrew.
Substitutions.
Seven-point lead here. Sorry, Valentin.
Substitutions once again as Westchester brings in another 5.
Coach Azam loves to sub 5. It's a good way to keep your bench active in the game. Everybody's concentrating, knowing that they could be in at a moment's notice. You don't have to wait your turn down the line. Everybody's coming in at the same time. Baseline jumper on the way, no good. Offensive rebound and a bucket. Miles Stewart. Wow, the offensive glass. Really, can't harp on that enough. That has been the difference. A 9-point Westchester lead. Baseline 3-ball, got it. John Burnett says not so fast. It's a 6-point game.
Great vision of the court for Aaron Harrison, getting that pass down low across the baseline to his open player.
Right wing. A foul is going to be called on Andrew Harrison. He's beside himself on that foul. That will send the Comets to the line. Harrison with his 3rd personal foul. Keep an eye on that. Aaron Harrison also has 3 personal fouls. So both Harrison twins with 3. We've got 5:52 left to play here in the 4th quarter. And at the line shooting 2 shots because we're in the double bonus now. Joshua Rideau. He misses the first. A rare miss for this Comet team. 11 of 13 from the line as a team. (12 of 14). The lead is 7 for Westchester. Andrew Harrison being defended here. 3-2 zone. Comets have had a lot of success with that zone. Aaron Harrison thinking about 3, no good. Strong rebound, Westchester. Westchester's not allowing any second chance opportunities. They've just dominated the glass on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, there was 4 black shirts and 1 white shirt down there for the rebound. Guess who's going to win that battle every single time.
Just out hustling them to the ball. Pull-up jumper, no good. Offensive rebound again. And the officials say that was off of Westchester.
It looked like he had some of the ball, and then when he went up for the shot, he actually threw it out. It came off his hand, so it was the right call. They let them play on that one too. They call no foul.
Well, if Valentine likes it, then I like it. As Aaron Harrison goes coast to coast, gets fouled, he'll go to the line for 2 more. Gotta hit these free throws.
Well, if Aaron Harrison can hit his free throws, he can get his team back into the game right away.
The foul called on Joshua Rideau, his 2nd. Harrison misses the front end. Has yet to hit 2 free throws in a row in the last 2 nights. 5 minutes exactly remaining here in the 4th quarter. It's a 7-point Comet lead. Aaron Harrison of Fort Bend Travis can make that 6. And he does. And he looks so smooth on the ones that he makes.
He does.
Even the ones that he misses look pretty good.
And I think it becomes a psychological issue for a lot of these players. They see that they're missing them and they haven't been able to hit them, and it gets in their head. Next thing you know, it's almost automatic. They're forcing that shot a little bit too hard, and then they gather themselves and they get that real smooth rhythm, nice rotation on that ball, and he knocks them down. So
there's going to be a foul called here against Daniel Chica, his 3rd personal. Cameron Young will go to the line for a couple more free throws for the Comets.
It almost seems like
they've been dynamite.
Like they internalize that type of stroke within their own head, and you see the difference between strokes of his first free throw and his 2nd free throw.
Big difference in this game, free throw shooting. 13 of 15 for Westchester.
And they're only up 7.
And with the way they've dominated the glass, this could be a totally different ball game. Perfect again, 14 of 16. And at the high school level, that is unheard of. We're going to have a block here called against Westchester. I kind of like the call, although it was an elbow to the head, and Elijah Stewart took a shot, gets his first personal foul. And now it's going to be in the bonus, so Aaron Harrison will go to the line. But he did get directly in his way 3/4 court, so not a whole lot of space he can do.
Yeah, I don't think he threw the elbow on purpose. That was just, he's trying to keep the ball away from the defender, and he was holding it up high with 2 hands. And when he swung it around, tried to get around the defender was in his way. So good call by the official.
Harrison has a chance to make both free throws here. And he does. Big timing for that for Aaron Harrison as he hits both free throws. There's going to be a timeout on the floor. A full timeout taken by Fort Bend Travis. 4 minutes, 33 seconds left to play here in the 4th quarter, Valentine. It's been a dogfight. Westchester looking like they were about to start pulling away here and kind of run away with the title. But instead, Fort Bend Travis has been clawing their way back into this one. Now a 6-point game. We know that the Tigers can score in bunches and quickly. So it'll be interesting to see how they handle this next 4:33, whether they go to that full court press to try to get more offensive possessions.
I think they just stick to their game plan. They've been doing a pretty good job defensively. The one thing they got to work on is boxing out and getting those offensive rebounds, limiting those offensive rebounds for Westchester. So if they can do that, they can definitely climb back into this game with 4:33 left. That is a lot of time when it comes to basketball and only down 6 points.
The team's coming back onto the floor here. 4:33 left to play to decide the champion of the 2012 MaxPreps Holiday Classic. From Palm Desert High School in Palm Desert, California, Brian Bilvin and Valentin Escanuela bringing you the call. Manny Nunez, our producer. Jared Nelson, our videographer. Bringing you the sights and sounds. Aaron Harrison with a steal and a coast-to-coast take. Ricky says goodnight. It's a 4-point game. And now we've got a push-off foul against Travis. A 4-point game. I believe they're going to say that foul was against Westchester. A player control foul, so the Tigers will get the ball back trailing by 4. And a second ago, it was a 6-point game. It could be a 2-point game right now. Top of the key, that's John Burnett. He gets it to Aaron Harrison. Harrison on the right wing. Nice pass down low and a travel. Yep, too many steps for Jawan Williams. He got the nice feed. He needed to take one dribble there. Caught the ball about the free throw line. Tried to go the whole way without a dribble. Gets called for the travel.
Yeah, Jawan Williams, nice little screen and then roll on that one. And Harrison reading that roll into the paint. Just forgot to dribble the ball.
We're going to have a foul called down low. I think they're going to get Andrew Harrison with his 4th. He can't believe it.
Well, they're being extremely aggressive on the defensive end. Both teams are, and I think the way the game has been, it's gotten a little chippy in the past quarter.
The board says that that's his 5th foul, I believe, because of the technical. I've only got him down here for 4, but the technical makes it 5, so Andrew Harrison now out of the game.
That's huge. That is huge for Westchester there to be able to get the 5th foul on Andrew Harrison. Even though he's had a hamstring injury and he's hobbling, he's a big contributor to that team, and he makes things happen just because he draws so much attention because of the talent that he has on that court.
Nick Hamilton hits 1 of 2 free throws. And we've got another foul. It's getting chippy out there. A lot of fouls going back and forth here. Both teams in the double bonus now. That foul was called against Nick Reese, his 3rd. Gotta hit your free throws. Jawan Williams at the line misses the 1st. He'll have another one coming up. His team trailing by 5 with 3:43 to play in the 4th quarter. Got it.
4-point game. So
Williams.
both teams looking to put a little bit of pressure defense here to finish off these last 3:43 of the game.
Travis in that full court press, man-to-man. Pressure D and splitting the trail. I think we're going to have a carry, a double dribble. Kevin Rutledge had the right idea. He got right through that press, but then got a little too excited. Double dribble the call. He also might have carried it. Aaron Harrison with a strong take right to the bucket. Up and under, no good. Strong rebound there, but it's taken away by Travis. Nice finish on the back door, Chris Eady.
Can Westchester break this press? You got to go. Timeout called. Woo, that was close. He called that timeout, and it looks like the Tigers were jumping out of their seats there saying, hey, it was 5 seconds. He got it with 4.75 left.
Well, Nick Hamilton, smart play there. You don't want to lose that possession. The timeouts, you've got a ton of them left.
Yeah, he used all 4.75 seconds of that inbound. He was about
the Tigers thought he used all 5, but the officials thought he did not, so they get the timeout. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left to play, and this one's coming right down to the wire, just like we thought it would, Valentin.
Oh, you got two teams that are extremely good defensive teams. They can put up points. They got some great talent on that floor, and it's going to be an interesting finish here. 3:15 left in the game, and only a 2-point game.
The Comets of Westchester will inbound the ball. Man-to-man full court defense being shown by the Fort Bend Travis Tigers. And now Coach Azam wants an explanation for something. He's got a player with an injury. That's Nick Hamilton. I believe he's trying to say that they should get a few extra seconds or another player on the court. They've only got 4 players on the court. That's the issue here.
Yeah, that might.
So Joshua Rideau comes in to make it 5, try to make it a little more fair, 5-on-5. 4-on-5's tough to play.
That might be an issue.
Yeah. Tyler Batiste has been very solid at the point guard position today for the Comets. Top of the key is Nick Reese. We're going to have a hold underneath. So another 2 free throws come in the way of the Comets. And we know they have been lights out from that free throw line.
Yeah, if you're the Tigers, you don't want to put them on the line because they've done so well shooting from the line. And those are easy points for the Comets here. You want to make sure you force them to go.
4 fouls on Aaron Harrison. Free throw good. Of course it is.
They are
Westchester
good from the free throw.
has been so good on the glass and so good at the free throw line, and that's the difference. They've got a 3-point lead, trying to make it 4, and they do. Joshua Rideau with 2 clutch free throws with 3:05 left to play. Andrew Harrison's already fouled out. Aaron Harrison has 4 fouls and an offensive foul on John Burnett. That's his 3rd.
Great job taking the foul there, taking the charge. Tyler Batiste setting his feet.
3 minutes left to play here in the 4th quarter. Matthew Grant bringing the ball across midcourt, taking it strong with the left hand. Can't finish, gets the offensive board. Can't get that one to fall either. Aaron Harrison taking it coast to coast the other way. Slam dunk!
Oh, Aaron Harrison with the jam.
It's a 2-point game.
Give him a little bit of space and he'll make you pay with authority.
2:30 to play in the 4th quarter, 2-point game. Aaron Harrison bringing the house down with that dunk. Westchester trying to slow the game down after that one. Break that momentum a little bit. Right baseline. Now it's the right wing, Matthew Grant with the ball. Pull up 3, got it!
Matthew Grant coming alive here.
Stolen by the Comets. They've got a 5-point lead. Smart play by the senior forward, Nick Reese.
Slow it down, bring it out.
Slow it down, limit another possession. You've got a 5-point lead, 1:51 to play. Now the Comets call a timeout. They've got to like where they're at right now. Matthew Grant with a huge fadeaway 3-pointer with a hand in his face. Valentin.
Well, Matthew Grant knows how to do that, and we saw that yesterday in that semifinal game where Matthew Grant went for 12 points in that first half of play, just lit it up from the outside. So if you are Fort Bend Travis, you want to make sure that you contain him for sure, but you have a lot of other players on that Westchester squad that can make you pay. And if you're Westchester, you definitely want to keep your eyes on Aaron Harrison because he showed you the reason why he's the number 3 recruit in the nation. Gets a little bit of space, drives a lane, and then throws it down like nobody else, man. He's one of the best in the country.
Well, Matthew Grant scored his first bucket with 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd quarter. He's got 16 points on the game. He has come alive at the right time. He's making his case for not only player of the game here, but tournament MVP. Matthew Grant and Aaron Harrison both on the short list for those honors. I think it kind of depends on which team wins this championship. The Comets with 25 seconds left on the shot clock. 1:45 on the game clock. 5-point lead for Westchester. If they can score on this possession, it'll be very tough for the Tigers of Travis, but Westchester throws it away. It wasn't just thrown away. It was nice pressure defense put on by Aaron Harrison to force that turnover, but a big turnover nonetheless. The Tigers get the ball, 1:35 left to play in the fourth quarter. Aaron Harrison dribbling through the lane. Got to watch out for that foul. Instead, gets an offensive rebound, another offensive rebound. Can't get the layups to go. 3 missed layups for Aaron Harrison, but he was fouled. He'll go to the line for 2, but I know if you ask him, he should say he should have made one of those buckets. He should be going for an and one right now.
Yeah, Aaron Harrison just one of those players that gets to the rim, but he has had a hard time finishing here in this tournament, and he's definitely had a hard time making those free throws.
He made his last 3 free throws before that one. This is a big one from Harrison, misses them both. But then the ball is stolen away by the Tigers, and going to the line will be Tyrone Jordan. A big mistake there by Westchester. Just slow it down. Instead, they tried to throw the ball away. And now we've got 5 fouls. Let's see who that was on. Must have been Nick Reese. Yep, Nick Reese picks up his 5th personal foul. So Nick Reese will exit the game.
Aaron Harrison a little frustrated there standing at the line. As he, and I think what he's thinking is if I make one free throw, we get the offensive rebound here. We have a, opportunity for a 3-point play.
He's probably also thinking about those few layups that he missed in that last possession as well. A couple of missed opportunities, but it's a 1-possession game as Tyrone Jordan hit both of his free throws. So it's 64-61, Westchester leading Fort Bend Travis. Folks, while we have a second, we want to remind you to stay tuned for the PlayOnSports.com postgame show, where we will select our player of the game and have a live interview with that player, as well as wrap up all the action from the 2012 MaxPreps Holiday Classic. That's coming up following the game on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Brian Vilvin and Valentin Escanuela bringing you the action from the championship game of the 2012 MaxPreps Holiday Classic from Palm Desert High School in Palm Desert, California. We've got 1:22 left to play here in the fourth quarter in what's been a fantastic championship matchup. Westchester just does get the ball in bounds. Man-to-man defense being played by the Tigers of Fort Bend Travis. 1:10 left to play, 24 seconds on the shot clock. The Comets are going to try to get this shot clock all the way down to inside of 10 seconds before they take a shot attempt. It's already at 15. 1 minute left to play on the game clock. Matthew Grant, he's the guy you want to have the ball. Thinking about a pull-up jumper. Instead, passes it off to Darnell Brown. Brown nearly lost the handle. Now Grant, 3 is good! Matthew Grant does it again!
Matthew Grant making you pay.
In response from the corner, no good. Matthew Grant with the board. He can do it all. And he's going to go to the line for 2 more.
What an athlete.
Jeez.
What an athlete.
He has just come alive here in the second half. He's got these free throws to try to make it 20 points on the game. He's got 19 already. Still got 19. But all those points have come in the last 17 minutes of basketball. This free throw would make it a 7-point lead with 36.3 seconds to play. The free throw's good.
3-possession game.
That is a huge, huge free throw. Aaron Harrison bringing it down the court. Got to get some quick buckets. 3-pointer from deep. No good. Fighting for the rebound. And Travis will get the rebound, and then a really a bad foul by Westchester. If you don't foul, you force them to make crazy shots. Instead, now you foul. The free throw shooter will be Tyrone Jordan. Jordan just hit 2 free throws a second ago. He has a chance to go to the line and make 2 free throws without any time coming off the clock. Really a bad foul there by the Comets.
I agree. But the way the Tigers have been shooting the ball from the free throw line, I don't think Westchester really minds putting them at the line.
The second free throw attempt up and good. That one perfect. And Coach Brownson wants a timeout. 6-point Westchester lead. They'll have the ball coming out of the timeout. 25.5 seconds left to play in the 2012 MaxPreps Holiday Classic. It's the championship between Westchester and Fort Bend Travis. This game has had everything you could ask for. High scoring, nice defensive plays, great rebounding, some slam dunks, a lot of good 3 balls. I don't think we've been missing too much here in this final.
Definitely not what we expected. And Westchester coming out on top right here so far with 25.5 seconds left. They lead this game by 6. And, you know, we talk about a player that we would be considering for player of the game, Matthew Grant. You talk about coming alive. Not only coming alive, but just making sure that he hit the key shots that Westchester needed to go ahead and keep that slight edge on a tough Fort Bend Travis team.
20 points on the game for Matthew Grant. And it seems like all of them have been highlight-worthy plays. Aaron Harrison, the leading scorer for Fort Bend Travis. The ball gets inbounded. And that's the guy you want with the ball, Tyler Batiste. He's 5 for 5 from the line here today. The foul charged to number 14, Efiamita, his second personal foul. But again, Tyler Batiste, 5 of 5 from the line. He's got 2 here. 23 seconds left to play. He can make it an 8-point lead. Perfect on number 1.
Westchester just so good from the line tonight. That's what you want to do if you want to win games, especially when it comes down later on in the season, when you get into your league play and you're playing in the when it really matters, which is conference play. It's going to come down to shooting free throws and making those those baskets that you really need it during the game.
10 seconds left to play. It's an 8-point Comet lead. 3-pointer on the way from the top of the key. No good. Rebounded by Westchester. And they're going to run out the clock. The Westchester Comets defeat the Fort Bend Travis Tigers 70-62 to take the championship of the 2012 MaxPreps Holiday Classic. It was a great battle till the end. The 8-point win by the Comets does not tell the story of this championship matchup, but a very deserving champion, the Westchester Comets, defeating Fort Bend Travis. Westchester went 4-0 in the tournament in a great, great field. And Valentine, that was a very impressive showing in the second half by not only Matthew Grant, but the entire Westchester team.
A very impressive showing. They stuck to their guns. They stuck to their defensive plan, and they did a really good job of really containing Fort Bend Travis in that front court. I mean, very, very good job at limiting the opportunities for the Harrison twins inside the paint.
Well, you talk about a total team effort. Westchester had 10 players score for their team. They scored 70 points as a team. 20 of those came from Matthew Grant, but 10 different players had baskets. That's almost unheard of, especially in a championship setting.
Yeah, and you see the type of talent that Westchester brings to the court with players that are, not only can you substitute 5 for 5. I mean, if you're a coach, that's like heaven right there. I mean, you're talking about things like being able to say, hey, let me take my 5 players out. Hey, let's put 5 players in. Go ahead and run the floor. Hey, you guys tired? Okay, let's go ahead and bring another. That's what you want to do as a coach. It's really, really good job of Coach Azam to be able to coach those kids to be able to produce not only from the bench players but also from your starters as well.
And the fourth quarter is when that starts to pay off. And we really saw Westchester start to come alive in the fourth quarter, and Travis kind of slowing down a little bit there in the fourth quarter. They were dealing with some injuries and things like that, but the fourth quarter for the Comets was a different version than what the Tigers saw. And they come out with an 8-point victory and a championship in a prestigious tournament. This will be huge for Westchester, not only in the national rankings, but for their season going forward when they think about league, section, and potentially state titles.
And we mentioned Westchester and how good of a team they are, but Fort Bend Travis coming out to Palm Springs for this big tournament, prestigious tournament in MaxPreps. This game could have gone either way. The fourth quarter of play, it was close the entire way. It was tight, but if it wasn't for Matthew Grant, who hit some key shots in the game to keep that slight edge on Fort Bend Travis, this could have easily been a Fort Bend Travis win.
Well, they're doing the awards presentation down on the floor. We will try to grab an interview with our player of the game and tournament MVP to be named. We've got some ideas about who that will be, but we'll just let you wait and see. So we will grab that player, try to have an interview with them live right here on the air, so don't go anywhere. The post-game show will continue in just a moment right here on your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com. Welcome back to the PlayOnSports.com postgame show. I'm standing here with our player of the game, and not only our player of the game, but the tournament MVP, Matthew Grant of the Westchester Comets. MVP, how does that sound for this awesome tournament?
Sounds great. Not a lot of nationally ranked players, nationally ranked teams. I'm just glad we came out on top.
Well, the tournament champions, a 70-62 victory over Fort Bend Travis, and a team with highly touted recruits. And then you come in there, you guys started off a little bit slow on both sides of the ball, had a nice lead there, and then you scored your first points late there in the second quarter. You end up with 20 points on the game. What was going through your mind at halftime, and what kind of sparked that second half outburst?
I think I started the game off kind of respecting them a little bit too much. Andrew and Aaron are 2-5 in the country, so I mean we kind of started off as a whole respecting them a little bit too much. But then we kind of got our rhythm, and my shots started to fall. So then we just took it from there.
Well, there was one of the big moments of the game, a fadeaway three-pointer from the right wing to give you guys the lead for good. You guys never turned around at that point. What was going through your mind late in the shot clock there, getting that three ball off?
I looked at the clock, and it was 7 seconds, and I work on my step-back three all the time, so I just decided to take it.
And a lot of the talk around this tournament has been the mask. We know you had a broken nose about a month ago. What has kind of come about of the mask, and then when you don't have to wear it anymore, are you going to keep wearing it? Is it going to become like a little trademark thing for you? Or
I don't know.
I'm
starting to like wearing it. A lot of people are starting to take notice of it, calling me like cool nicknames like the Masked Man and stuff. So I might keep wearing it. I don't know. The doctor said about a month. It's been a month, so this was supposed to be my last tournament, but I don't know. I might just keep wearing it. It's kind of fun.
Well, yeah, it's a good nickname. It's a good look. And the tournament champions is another good look. Tournament MVP got that trophy there. Congratulations once again, Matthew Grant, 20 points in the championship, the tournament MVP of the 2012 MaxPreps Holiday Classic. Matthew Grant, our PlayOnSports.com player of the game. The Westchester Comets, the champions. Folks, don't go anywhere. The PlayOnSports.com postgame show will continue in just a moment. Welcome back to the PlayOnSports.com postgame show. I'm Brian Vilvin alongside Valentin Escanuela. We just heard from our player of the game, Matthew Grant of the Westchester Comets, as the Comets defeated Fort Bend Travis 70-62 in the championship game of the 2012 MaxPreps Holiday Classic. Matthew Grant, not only our player